I genuinely think geographical freedom is like the ultimate cheat code that nobody really talks about. And by that, I mean being able to pick where in the world you actually want to live. And a quick bit of context about me. If you've not seen me before, I'm a dentist in the UK and I earn around 100k a year. That's what most people would call good money. And yet, I'm sat here planning how to leave. And the whole reason I even think that's possible comes down to this one idea. So let me explain what I mean. So the number I reckon I need to actually walk away and not work a normal job anymore is around 2k a month. And I know how that sounds because 2 grand a month in the UK is basically nothing. That's not freedom over here. That's barely getting by. But here's the thing. Take that exact same 2 grand and go somewhere else. Somewhere where the cost of living is way lower. Somewhere like Thailand. And all of a sudden, the same 2 grand is genuinely good, comfortable, free life, and the most important thing is the same exact number. It's nothing here, but it's everything over there. And that there is the whole point, because this shows you that your salary on its own actually means nothing. Like the number itself is meaningless. What actually matters more is what that money is worth based on where you're living. And that completely changes how you look at everything. Because once that clicks, you start to realize what most people are getting wrong. Everyone obsesses over the number. They spend their entire lives trying to push it up, get that promotion, earn a little bit more, and climb that corporate ladder. But they never think about the other side of it, which is what that money is actually worth based on where they're living. And that side matters way more than people think, because you could earn the same amount, not a penny extra, move somewhere else, and that money goes way further than where you're living right now. You're basically giving yourself a massive raise without earning anything more. And that's why this feels like a cheat code. And this is why the UK does my head in. And why I'm so keen to use this, because over here, you may earn what sounds like decent money, but that's on paper. You know, after tax, the cost of living, rent, just basically surviving here, you're not left with anything much. So you end up in this weird spot where on paper, it seems like you're a high earner, but the quality of life that you're actually living does not match the money you're earning. And honestly, I think this is the worst part about it all, and why in the UK, you're always going to feel limited. And this will wear you down over time. So for me, this is where the idea comes from. You take the same amount of money that you earn, take it elsewhere where that money can go much further and improve your quality of life. Now, I'm not going to sit here and pretend it's all perfect, because it's not. There is a proper trade-off to this. When you move somewhere else, you are giving a lot of things up. You're much further from family, you're away from your familiar routine life. So it's not the perfect trade-off. You do exchange a few things, but for me, when I evaluate all of these things, I think this is what's worth it for me. So you've got to sit down and be honest with yourself with what actually matters and if this is actually the trade-off that is worth it for you. And for some people that won't be, and that's completely fair. If being near your family and being where your roots matter more than freedom, then honestly you probably shouldn't do this. It's generally not for everyone, but for me, the better weather, the lower cost of living, having more free time and enjoying my life instead of having to keep grinding through it, for me that's worth more than staying. So yeah, that's the call that you got to make for yourself. That's really how I'm looking at everything. Everyone's out here trying to earn more, when half the time the actual answer isn't earning more at all. It's being somewhere else where your money is actually worth much more. That's the cheat code that I've been trying to say. And I'm basically building my whole plan around this. Anyways, I'm documenting this whole thing, me actually trying to pull this off and build the life that I want. So if you're into that, or you're thinking about the same thing, then stick around, subscribe, and I'm genuinely curious, would you actually do the same? Would you move abroad for a better life, or is staying near your home worth more to you? Let me know in the comments below. I'll see you in the next one.